everyone, it's KimmyGreen17, and in this video I wanted to give you a tip on decorating hamster cages. For some themes it is really nice to add colored bedding to make a cage look more colorful. But I know for some of you out there this isn't a possibility, just because your country doesn't sell colored bedding. Here in the Netherlands they hardly sell any Carefresh. There are some web shops who do, but it is the brown one, the natural, or the white one. So I will give you guys a tip what I do to make a cage look more colorful. I use colored tissue paper. Now it's very important that the tissue paper is non-toxic. You just want to make sure that the tissue paper doesn't cause your animals any harm if they eat it. And to be 100% sure, it's for the best if your hamster doesn't eat all of it. If you follow these steps, you can be sure nothing goes wrong. The first thing you want to do is to use some non-colored or white tissue paper or toilet paper. Just shred it in large pieces. Place the pieces in your hamster's hideouts so they can use it as nesting material. Just watch what your hamster does with it, and if they use it as nesting material, or they nibble on it and they sleep in it, or if they just ignore it, then your hamster is perfectly fine and you can go to the next step. Next, you want to cut your white tissue paper into small pieces. Sprinkle them all over the cage and watch what your hamster does with it. If your hamster ignores them or takes the paper to build a nest, then it's perfectly fine. Then you can take your non-toxic colored tissue paper and cut or shred it into large pieces. Place it in your hamster's hideout and supervise what they do with it. If they don't eat all of the pieces, or they just sleep in it, or they ignore them, or they nibble a little bit on the pieces, then your hamster will be perfectly fine and you can go to the next step. The next thing you want to do is to cut the colored paper into small pieces, not too much, and sprinkle them around the cage. And watch what your hamster does with the colored tissue papers. And again, if your hamster ignores it, or is using it as nesting material, or nibbles on it just a little bit, then it's perfectly fine to use non-toxic colored tissue paper. This is a tip to make your cages look more colorful in an easy and also a cheap way. I hope this helped you out, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye!